There are two specific areas of playing that all top bass players utilise to great effect, and they are rests and articulation. If you focus on these two aspects of your playing, then you'll instantly add a lot more class to your bass lines and really stand out from the average bass player. A bold claim, I know, but it always amazes me how many bass players never really consider these two aspects of their playing. In this video, I'm going to explain more and show you how to use rests and articulation to really improve your own playing. I've put all the examples that I use in this lesson on a free PDF. You can get that by clicking the link below this video in the description, and the PDF's in standard notation and tab. Let's start with rests. Now, obviously, if you have a rest, then you aren't playing. But I'm going to demonstrate why this is so important to your bass grooves. Let's take the groove for Nothing Is the Same by Grand Funk Railway. Listen to me playing the main riff with drums. If I now put the counts above the groove, you can see that we've got rests on beats 2 and 4 on each bar, so we're not playing there at all. Now this is really important to this song and to this groove because it lets the snare drum breathe, as we say, okay? So you'll hear the snare drum on beats 2 and 4. So you've got a gap for that snare drum to really kind of ring out. This groove wouldn't sound nearly as good and nearly as funky if I didn't have the rests there and I just played longer notes. Have a listen to me doing that now with the drums. So that doesn't sound nearly as funky and the bass line doesn't drive the song along without the rests. This is the bass groove with counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, like that, okay? So 1, off, 3, off, 1, off, 3, off, okay? So listen to me now playing that with a drum groove again and really count through it and just hear where the snare drum is and hear that there's silence there from the bass. If you're enjoying this lesson, then don't forget to subscribe to Greg Space Shed here on YouTube. You can do that by pressing the red button in the corner of the screen. And if you click the bell and select all, you'll get notified as soon as I bring out a new video. Let's look at the rests in another riff. This is I'll Take You There by the Staple Sisters, and I'll play it through with drums. So that's another funky bass line with lots of rests in it. If we look in the first bar, we're not playing on beats 2 and 3, okay? 1, 2 and 3. Okay, 1, 2 and 3. And then on the second bar, we're actually playing on each beat, but we've got rests in between beats 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 and, okay? 1 and 2 and. Listen to me play that now with just long notes and no rests. So you can hear there that that's not really got high energy, it's not funky, it doesn't drive the song along. So listen again now to that bass line with the rests. When you use rests in your bass lines, this really helps to punch the bass line through the whole sound of the band. The rests accentuate the groove and the effectiveness of the rhythm. And at high volumes, this is really important, you really notice the rests in the bass lines. So when playing bass lines in any style of music, think about how you can use rests to really increase the energy of your bass lines. If you're enjoying this lesson and you really want to improve your bass playing and play some great iconic riffs at the same time, then check out my Riff Meister bass series. Each video course in the series contains 20 iconic riffs and 20 bespoke drum loops, so you get a chance to play with these drum loops. I teach you how to play the riffs and also how to improvise and put things like articulation into these riffs to make them sound better. The link to the Riff Meister series is under this video in the description, or you can head straight to my website gbshed.com/video-courses. Now onto the second secret weapon for bass players, and that's articulation. Articulation is just simply how we strike the notes, how long or short we play the notes, and which notes we emphasize. To illustrate articulation, let's take a very simple eighth note rock groove. This groove is really just a bar of A and a bar of D, a few extra notes in there. I played that very straight, so I didn't use any articulation, I just played long notes. Like that. Okay, now you can play them really short. Listen to how that changes up the bass line if I play that with a drum groove. Really short notes for all of the notes. Short notes are called staccato notes, and when you pluck the note, you can just land back on the note again. Cut the note short. Okay, so some grooves you want to play long, some you want to play short. Now you can play short long. There's a classic kind of rock groove like this. Okay, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. Okay, listen to me doing that with the drum groove. So that's really effective. That's a nice idea that you can use sometimes. Another thing you can add into this bass line is a hammer-on. That's another form of articulation from the C to the D towards the end of the groove. Okay, just hammer on. You don't pluck and you just hammer on with your fretting hand. Okay. Okay, like that, instead of... Okay, listen to me play that with the drum groove. So hammer-ons are quite subtle. The difference between long and short, though, is really noticeable, especially, as I said before, at high volumes. Can really kind of add some punch to your rock bass lines. So when you've got a bass line, think about short or long notes. All those different articulation options are viable. You just want to play what suits the song better, but it's great to have these different options. Let's now look at the main riff from Bamboozled by Love by Frank Zappa. I'll play you the main riff with drums. So for that riff I played a mixture of short and long notes, and I also accented some notes, okay? So I played long, 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 and then short, short, long, and I put an accent on that. Okay, it's got a shuffle feel as well, instead of, okay? So long, 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 short, short, accent, and then short, short, okay? playing that plain, okay, no short or long notes and no accents. So that sounded okay, but listen again to me playing it with articulation. Accents are very important. I'm actually accenting beat 3. It's a little bit more unusual, okay? But the reason I'm doing that is I can hear that in the song, and I can hear kind of guitar doing that, drums doing that as well. Okay, so accents are really important. You can put them on the offbeat, on the ands, if you want to. In different places, that really changes up the bass line. So again, these are quite subtle changes, but they do make a big difference to the bass line. Articulation includes other techniques like muted notes, pull-offs, slides, but you should use all the different options. They can really add class to your bass line. So if you're looking to become a better bass player, then think about using rests to really accentuate the groove and the sense of rhythm in your bass line, and use articulation to help your notes to punch through more and to add more class and variety to your playing. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. Let me know what you thought by leaving a comment below, and also leave me a comment if you had any light bulb moments during this lesson. Don't forget to pick up the free PDF and to subscribe to my channel, and you can really help me out by liking and sharing this video. If you felt that you got value out of this lesson, you can always buy me a coffee. They're $5. The details are at the bottom of the screen here, or you can click a link below in the description. You can also head over to my website, gbshed.com. I've got details of my Riff Meister bass courses, other bass courses there, books, merch, and loads of other stuff. So that's gbshed.com. This is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. Hopefully see you very soon in the next video.